What do you get when a US vice president shows up in Greenland, Denmark gets mad, Greenland throws shade, and Trump says, "I'll take it"? Apparently, the weirdest real estate drama since your neighbor tried to sell their backyard as a micronation. Welcome to Diplomacy Arctic Edition. Okay, let's start with the elephant on the iceberg. Why is JD Vance flying to Greenland like it's spring break? Just days ago, former President Donald Trump doubled down on his old idea. Yes, the same one from 2019 saying, the US should absolutely purchase Greenland. It makes sense. This isn't just another Trump tweet. It came with a MAGA-style map and, we kid you not, a mocked-up flag that looked like Captain America's bedsheets. So JD Vance, our brand new vice president, packs up and heads north. Officially, he's visiting to explore Arctic cooperation and strengthen ties. Unofficially, this smells like someone's trying to measure a kitchen before buying the house. Also, let's not ignore the fact that Greenland sits smack in the middle of one of the most strategic locations on Earth. It's like the Airbnb of international espionage. Everybody wants a piece, but nobody can agree on who gets to set the Wi-Fi password. And now, cue more headlines. American news sites running headlines like Trump revives Greenland dream and JD Vance takes Arctic selfies. The memes alone are worth a diplomatic incident.
But hold up. Greenland didn't roll out the red carpet. Prime Minister Jens-Frederik was not having it. In a press statement that was somehow icy and spicy at the same time, he said, "Greenland is not for sale. We are not a commodity. We are a nation striving for independence." Boom. Mic drop. No translator needed. He even accused the US of imperial thinking. Remember, Greenland has its own government, flag, and opinion about being courted like a real estate listing. And this isn't their first rodeo either. Greenlanders remember 2019. They've seen the tweets, the headlines, and now, apparently, the sequel. But this time, they're trending with a hashtag, not for sale.
Meanwhile, in Copenhagen, Denmark's officials watched like parents whose teen is being lured away by a talent scout. One diplomat said, "This visit is diplomatically provocative. Greenland is part of the kingdom. This is not how allies behave." Translation: "Back off our frozen pizza slice." Danish tabloids fired back with, "US eyes Greenland. Again, ice-cold diplomacy. Hands off our ice." Denmark's government has invested heavily in Greenland over the decades. Schools, roads, hospitals. They see it as their extended family, not just some icy prize on Zillow. So now, there's talk of Denmark ramping up Arctic diplomacy. New envoys, Arctic summits, and probably a sharp increase in diplomatic side-eye.
The US Vice President JD Vance is travelling to Greenland today, where he'll receive a briefing on Arctic security issues. You'll know that President Trump has repeated his claims that he wants the US to control Greenland for national security reasons. Russia's President Vladimir Putin says he thinks Mr. Trump is being serious. Well, my colleague, our chief presenter, Mariam Mashiri, has flown to Greenland and can join us now from the capital, Nuuk. Mariam, it looks quite cold there. When are we expecting JD Vance to arrive, and what has been the reaction to his trip there?
It is cold, Nikki. It's about minus 13 degrees Celsius, or it feels like minus 13 degrees Celsius. And the temperature is not the only frosty thing about Greenland this morning. There has been a lot of controversy and a lot of attention on this visit by JD Vance, the Vice President of the United States, and his wife, Usha Vance. Now, remember, when she first announced this visit, she wanted to come here for a bit of fun, a cultural tour, some dog sledding, things like that. Nothing too serious, or so she thought. There was a lot of pushback, Nikki, against that visit. People here not happy about the Trump administration, which has made it very clear that it wants, one way or another, to annex this island, to annex Greenland, to make Greenland part of the United States of America.
JD lands in Nuuk, Greenland's capital, rocking aviators like he's in Top Gun, Ice Edition. His statement? The U.S. respects Greenland's autonomy and seeks collaboration, not ownership. smooth. But he didn't deny the US has strategic interests there. Because guess what's under all that ice? Rare earth minerals, oil, military leverage. Also, China has been offering to build airports and invest in Greenland mining. Now this icy island is the hottest turf since the moon. He visited troops stationed at the US space base in northern Greenland, even served lunch in the mess hall. If that's not soft diplomacy, I don't know what is. And while the visit was brief, the message was clear. America's watching and planning.
Hey guys, how we doing? Please, at ease. At ease. Good Lord, sit down and eat. Sit down and eat. Don't let the Vice President stop you guys from getting your chow here. How we doing? It's cold as shit here. Nobody told me. Well, thank you all for everything you do, and thanks for having us. So please sit down, guys. Please, please. I want you to eat your food. Usha and I are thrilled to be here. It's a really beautiful flight, actually. You fly over some pretty cool spots. I've never been to Greenland. Apparently, I'm the first Vice President to ever visit Greenland, so that's a pretty cool thing. But we're looking forward to hanging out and getting to know you guys and understanding what you do. So I think what do we have? So we're gonna talk to the command and some of the guardians about what exactly the base does and all the important ways it contributes to national security. We're going to get a briefing, of course, about what you guys do every day, and then we're going to talk just about, as you've heard, we have some interest in Greenland from the Trump administration. So we're going to talk a little bit about that with our friends in the media. But I just want to say thank you all. Thanks for having us, and thanks for being here. Thanks for doing what you do. The colonel told me that this is a one-year unaccompanied duty station. When we were flying in, we were wondering whether you guys were allowed to bring your families here. So I know it's a lot of sacrifice to spend a year away from your families, but the mission is really important. The Trump administration, the president is really interested in Arctic security. As you all know, it's a big issue, and it's only going to get bigger over the coming decades. So thanks for doing what you do.
Can't find Greenland on a map? Doesn't matter. The U.S. has Thule Air Base there, monitoring satellites and missiles. It's prime real estate for Arctic trade routes opening due to climate change. Whoever influences Greenland controls Arctic's presence. So this isn't just about land. It's polar power politics. Also, Greenland is sitting on rare earth elements essential for high-tech industries. In the coming decades, control over these resources could define global influence.
Greenlanders, they're tired of being treated like a prize. Over 75% support independence from Denmark. They don't want to be a pawn in a superpower chess match. Denmark says they'll reassess Arctic diplomacy. Greenland says, respect us, don't auction us. And the US, they're probably drawing up playbooks on how to want an island more quietly. So let's recap JD Vance visits Greenland. Trump wants to buy it again. Greenland says, nope. Denmark says, watch it. Will Greenland declare independence? Will. Trump bid on Iceland next? Will JD return with a snow globe and diplomatic frostbite? Stick around, because on Trending Buzz, the coldest places bring the hottest drama.